when I saw you on set for Does the Shoe Fit season 3.
And I'll never do that show again.
Did you get like parenting advice from?
I love my parents, innit, yeah?
Yeah.
But their thing's outdated. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, warranty's done.
Yeah.
So like, I'm one of those kids, I grab my son by his leg and just have him dangling. Some people carry him. It's a different way, however you feel possible. As long as I get him from A to B, I'm just gonna dangle, bro. That's why, sorry. Take the two.
Yeah.
Don't know what I was there. Rode past on his back and just looked up and he's like, Harry Pinero! He goes, nah, blood. He backed at his phone and goes, hey, man, Harry Pinero! Like, it's crazy. It's mad. Hey, blood. I went to my email, went to the house and letting agency and said, I want to hand in my notice now. Right? I was out of it. Within a month, a substantial amount of money to do work. I just turned it down because it's like...
Can you say the numbers?
It was like 6 figures.
Why? What's going on?
You see how I moved? I thought my parents was here. You just started contributing rent to this house. Now you're just squeezing your job. This is your problem. Everything you do, you start, you stop. Like my hand went like that, yeah. And then Avelino, he said, it's not worth it. Bro, my head's gone. You're laughing a bit too much now, man. But no. But yeah, it was.
And still, it's like I'm the last of the real. It's like I'm the last of the real.
So when I went to his office, I saw like limited edition art and the first Jordan, pair of Jordans he's got there, I don't know how. Just mental. He's just that guy, man.
What happens when you ride to Eve? Bro,
before that though, he's been that guy before Eve. Eve clocked on.
Before,
Eve said, yeah,
bro, thank you so much for coming on, man. I appreciate you for coming on.
Anytime, man.
Flipping heck. I'm in disbelief.
Nah, bro, you know what? I knew you would be like that. I'm like, come on. Isn't my word, serious enough for you, brother?
Yeah, but I contacted Collar 3 times.
Yeah, no, but I said to him, funny enough, I was like, obviously I got 3 days off, so I said, let me just get it over and done with now.
Yeah.
So next time I see you on the street, you're not like, brother. Like, you know what I mean? So I thought, let me just sort it out first to get over and done with. But it's a pleasure though.
Yeah, no,
you know
I appreciate it, man. How are you though? How's everything?
All good, man.
Anything on your mind? Like, so far, anything that's been bothering you? What is it?
Not bothering me. Actually, you know what's been bothering me? It's my lack of being able to say, I need to take a rest. Do you know, I'm from, like how when I first started doing what I do, like I'm very much so I want to be the best. I want to make sure you don't miss no opportunities and stuff here. But things have changed from when I first started. I've got a son and all of that other stuff. So being tired is probably like my problem. I need to deal with resting. Other than that, life is good, Like I'm at a good place.
Hey, I heard that when you have a kid, it adds a whole nother layer to you.
Yes, 100%.
What is that layer?
I think you just understand you got a responsibility that's not yourself anymore. One that you can't really run away from. You got to do things more smarter now. You know what I mean? You can't make stupid decisions. And remember, like, someone's looking up to you now, innit? So it's like you have to be the best person that you can be for that person, because as a kid you absorb so much from early, and it becomes, it just becomes how life is for that person. So for me, I'm just like, yo, so let me be the best that I can be. Now I ain't perfect. I ain't no super dad or nothing, but I think the love you have for your child just makes you just move different. So I don't even go to that much parties no more. And you know how much I love a party. You know what I mean? Like, I love a party. I'm looking at the camera when I tell you that. But yeah, I had to just say, like, it's more important. Like, my son started calling me daddy now. Do you know what I mean? That hits so different.
Swear.
Yeah, like when he said daddy to me, I was like, you know what I mean? It almost slayed, but I said, "Friends, don't cry." You know what I'm saying? But no, it's just next level. And then you start to like relate with other parents. So like when I see another parent, the first thing we're talking about is our kids and how. Sorry, Bill Gates. No, it's just Bill Gates. Yeah, like you just start to. Yeah, it's mad. We talk a lot now. Yeah, so a lot of the time now, I don't know why you lot laughing. I'm being dead serious. Yeah, Billy. No, I call him BG. I call him BG. But yeah, so it's just a beautiful experience, bro. It's just made me more humble and appreciate life.
Who did you get that parenting advice from?
All right, so I love my parents, innit, yeah?
Yeah.
But their thing's outdated. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, warranty's done. You know what I'm trying to say? So things have changed. So of course, the way I was taught and how that's made me become as a person, I think you use that as more than anything. And then of course you have friends who have children and you speak to them. But yeah, my parents are a massive part of it because, the way they look at things is very much so protecting and all of that other stuff. Whereas I'm more of like, I want my son to experience things. So he's aware of and how to make mistakes, learn from mistakes. Sorry.
I worry about that sometimes. I'm like, do I teach them my parents' way? But then again, my parents did lie to me sometimes.
Yeah, no. So like for example, now I did it the other day for my son's 2nd birthday. So you know, you get the gifts and stuff, and everyone gives you money and stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't tell him that he's not getting the money. I just put it in my pocket. So it's like little things like that. I learned the other way from my dad. So what I learned is don't tell them that you're gonna give them the money because that's an expectation.
Yeah.
Just take it. So that's what I've been on right now. You get me? It's like petrol, bro. You know, cost of living price. So yeah, you know, all them £50 they really do add up.
Yeah, trust
you know
me.
what I mean? But like, no, you see, so like our parents, I think, I don't know about you guys, but first generation, they've just come to this country, so they're gonna come with that mentality and stuff. And then as they get older and you get older, it starts to soften up a bit. So I think now the way that my parents are with me, I think that's how I'd want my child to be. Understand who they are, but just also have that, you know, your culture has to be the forefront of it all, innit? Otherwise, we're lost in this, and I don't want that for my kid, because I got lost and I had to slap myself and find myself again, you know what I mean? So that's just a good balance.
Tell me one thing that you realize there, growing up, you're like, oh wait, that was always a lie.
Wow. How long we got? You know what I mean? How long have we got? No. So I'll start off first. I'll actually reverse the question. So there's certain things my parents did say to me, which is true, about certain friends. Yeah. That friend ain't no good. Certain things my dad would say would be like, oh, you know, there'll be a time where you said to me, you was right, Dad. And I can't count how much times he's been right. Yeah. So I think the intuition of a parent is always real because they've lived it. But I think, I don't know, man. My parents used to just lie for no reason about, like, you know, if I stay out late, police will stop me. And I'm just like, at the beginning, I'll be like, yeah, no, they won't. But then I realized I was actually doing the wrong thing. So that's why they were stopping me. Yeah. So like, I think my mum and dad, they're just very much so scared of certain things. And they used to just portray that onto me. Yeah. But I go against the grain a lot. So I'd find out the hard way. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's just life, innit? But
I feel like, because in this generation as well, like our generation, like I feel like you'll be more of a laid back dad in a way. You'll be like, nah, like you said, it's all outdated. And I don't know. How'd you get to learn though? Like, did you learn from people? Like, do you search online, or is it what? Is it just a
bit of search online, but search online, you think,
how to be a good
bro? I searched when I had a cough once, and they said I had cancer. So I was just like, blood. I don't search because it's just like you're just gonna see the worst version of the truth.
That's enough incident for today.
No, that's you know what I mean. Like, yeah, that's it. Done. I got my last. Start messaging people, bro. Yeah. It's been great. I love you, bro. Like long. So but yeah, you do a bit of searching, and then also it's like experiences that you've probably witnessed yourself. Maybe you got friends, you got family. You've seen how they raise their children, and you try and say, okay, well, I saw them do that. Must be all right. And then life experiences, bro. First time I put on a nappy, I didn't go on Google. I just like, all right, well, I've seen that you stick this together, and all right, cool, that works. All right, he hasn't pooed himself. All right, that's blessed. Then he's good. You know what I mean? Like, so you just learn as it goes on, but then you start to adapt and do things your own way. So like, I'm one of those kids. I grab my son by his leg and just have him dangling. Some people carry him. It's a different way. However you feel possible. As long as I get him from A to B, I'm just gonna dangle, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? And he thinks he's flying. So it's like he's getting an experience that I can't afford because I ain't flying you, brother. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, you're just gonna fly. Wee, yeah, boy. Let's change the nappy, bro. You know what I mean? So and I think another beautiful part of it is that you start to see what your child doesn't and does like. Yeah. And then you know what I mean? So my son loves, you know, being around, but only for 30 seconds. So he doesn't want you to hug him for too long. She's just like, allow me. You get me? And then he just so you just got, some kids are more affectionate, some kids love to play, some kids are different. You know what I mean? So learn how your kid is by just experiences, innit? Sick,
man. Bro, tell me, you got a mad obsession with Formula 1, cars.
Yes.
Tell me about the last 2 weekends.
Oh,
and explain to me as well, was that Gumball Valley?
Yes.
Talk to me.
So you're a little bit of a freshie. So it's Gumball Rally. I said Valley, like it's some street, Gumball Valley. Yeah.
Gumball Valley.
Should have done research. Okay, no, but it's Gumball 3000.
Is it not Valley?
No.
Rally.
Yeah, it's Rally. Yeah. So 3000 is the.
I'm in Texas. Fuck that.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. That's okay. Also in the Fiji water. Swimming there. But yeah, no. So Gumball 3000. It's a 3,000 miles across designated cities. Yeah. This time it was Europe. So we went from Edinburgh all the way to Porto Montenegro, and in every city we stop in, we'll have like a stop in a city for food, get some food and whatever, and then we'll go to like the best hotel in the city, have some nice food, have a party, and then we go again in the next morning. So the experience was just mad because we went to places that I've never would have gone to, like, you know, the Alps in Switzerland, which is beautiful, Venice, Lake Como, these places that I'm saying to you now, like, with confidence, that I didn't know until we got there. You know what I mean? I didn't know Lake Como. I said, what? Everyone's like, oh, we're going to Lake Como. I was like, oh, okay. Quickly went on Google. I'm like, brother, I'm from Peckham, bro. The only lake that we have is our taps, bro. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? And that's what we make it. We make our own lakes. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, but then it was beautiful because I'm driving bare hours. I'm with Philly, Alhan, Hedy, Michael Dapper.
Sick.
So I'm with like my peoples in it, and then the wealth that I was able to witness was crazy. Like there was a lady who crashed a F8 Ferrari, and then she was just like, you know what, like, I'm not really bothered. You know, my husband said, like, when I get to the next city, there'll be another one there for me. And sure enough, there was another one there. And then I just looked, I said, yeah. See all of this flexing? Sometimes just be humble, man. You know what I mean? But then what I loved about it was the fact that the convoys were just incredible. You're seeing like some of the best cars in the world. But the people that was on that trip with us were very, very nice people, bro. You know what I mean? It wasn't about money. It was just about we're all here celebrating life and the stuff that we love, which is cars. It was just a beautiful experience.
And you only get to select, is it one car each?
Yeah, so I rented a car, innit? I rented a Range Rover. Some people are flying in there, like Bugattis and Ferraris, Lambos, Aventador, like the lot. There was a full, big cars in it. And yeah, I loved it, bro. It just felt like, of course, I wasn't in another car. Yeah. All right, so like this, yeah. Yeah, I fully loved it. It was an experience that, like, I'm so happy I was able to witness. And I saw Philly do it when he went Abu Dhabi for that one. And I was just like, I have to be there next year. So
but he did he fly out there to do that?
Yeah, so he flew out there and then
something mad like he drove there or some shit.
No, it's impossible. You be driving for the rest of your life.
Yeah, bro.
Trust me, you be driving for a long time, bro. Yeah, trust me. Your car won't even be a car no more. It'll just be wheels. You know what I mean? But yeah, no. So you fly out there, and obviously, if you rent a car, you can rent a car from Abu Dhabi or wherever it is that you are situated in it. And it was just sick. It was sick. Like, Max is an incredible guy. I went to his office prior to me going there, and I just was in awe. Like, you saw he's a very massive art collector. He likes memorabilia a lot as well. So there's a lot of like iconic stuff there. And he's just mad blessed. He was just like, I'd love to have you on the rally.
What was the craziest thing you witnessed out there? Like, during that journey, what was like the maddest thing you're like, oh my, like, I'm gonna take this back home?
It's the views. It was when I went to Switzerland, I kept saying it to everybody, the air in Switzerland,
crazy.
is so fine. Like, it just makes you, it's all of that. Like, the air is pure. It just makes you realize that in London we're dying, y'all. We are dying. Like, I'm telling you, bro. It's pollution. It's all of that stuff. I heard birds, bro. They were chatting to me. They asked me if I wanted water.
They've probably got their own range and shit.
Bro, they had cars. The birds had cars. I'm telling you. No, it was. Oh, bro, that was beautiful. But Venice was like one of those mad experiences because you see it on TV and all these shows and stuff on a boat. Like, it's literally, there's no cars. It's just boats everywhere you go. You know what I mean? So that was sick. It was a very romantic type of thing as well. But I was just with bare man, so it was just like, yo, like, no, watching your hands, you lot. No one get excited here. So yeah, it was one of those experiences that I'll definitely take with me.
I saw you in the premiere for Fast and Furious. You went to Rome. What was that like?
So first things first, if you want to watch that film, just take any type of reality and just dash it out of the window. Yeah, I'm seeing man hit a crane, drive off a cliff, hit a crane, so that they can save another car, and then somehow end up on the same road that they've spun. I said, and me and Nella went. We kept looking at each other. And you see with me, when I watch films, I don't know what it is. I get tired very quickly, unless I'm in my crib, innit? Yeah. I was so amazed and like, wow, bemused. I said, I had to stay up. I said, let me see how this ends. Like, I watched a lot of Nollywood when I was growing up, and that's not far off it because it's like anything you can imagine happened. Like, I'm sure there was a stage where Vin Diesel, he stopped a bullet with his hand, and I said, he's bulletproof. He's skinned. I'm sure. Maybe I'm throwing it in there, but that's the reality. But that was sick because we went to Rome, another beautiful city as well. And of course, it was sick because Nella was there as well, innit? So just vibing with her.
I think with that film, it's come to a point where it's like they know, like it's they're not taking it seriously anymore.
No, I think they knew from maybe like the fourth film, But then it just keeps getting madder and madder.
Yeah.
Like it ended, I was like, okay, cool, it's 10. What a way to end.
Yeah.
They showed that it's gonna be another one. It's like, bro, it's not stopping. That film is gonna last longer than all of us. I'm just letting everybody know from now. Your kids are gonna grow up and be like Fast and Furious 92, and Vin Diesel's still gonna be there as well. He's not gonna stop. You get me?
But you think like a premiere, like, dude, is there like there's a standing ovation, bro?
What?
Do you know what I mean?
There was a walking ovation. That's what you meant. All you can hear is people's feet just getting out of there, bro. Films are madness. But I just want to let everyone know that the Fast and Furious team, if you're watching, I would love to be part of that film. I think it's an incredible film, and what it does for the community is incredible. Yeah. But yeah, love. But yeah, it's
for me, the fifth one was the best one.
I can't remember.
It was the one in Brazil. There was that vault heist with the.
Okay, yes, and that's what it was. It was based on that.
Yeah.
So then the son of that. Yeah, bro. They just said, "Oh, what can we think of?" I know they ban weed. They're probably like, "What should we do?" Cool. Say no more. Let's just bring it. Come on, man. It must be a vibe, man. But yeah, it was sick. I guess with man's work, man just gets to travel the world and see places that I never thought I'd see as well. Man. And sometimes, like, obviously, man's got to get paid for our time and stuff, but there's certain things that are just the experiences way more important than the money, innit? Like, I think I posted on my I posted a picture the other day with like all my lanyards and stuff, and I was just like, you know, my currency is experiences, because you know, like as a kid, I feel like I'm living what I wanted to do as a kid. You know what I mean? I never got to play football professionally or nothing, but I've played at Old Trafford, played at Wembley. You know what I mean? I never got to watch United as a kid. I got a season ticket now. You know, like I didn't have the luxury to have nice cars or be able to drive them. Now I do those things. So it's not about the money as much as it is the experiences. Because that's the only thing you can actually take with you. You know, like if God forbid, if anything happens and I can't do my job anymore, I'll be able to say I did this, that and that. And there's footage I can watch and make myself feel better. And also my son can look back and be like, yeah, that's my dad did that. I want to do that as well. You know what I mean? So that's the beauty of where we're at right now, innit? And that's why I say I'm happy, because I've realized that's what it is now. I don't give a fuck about anything, any of it. Like, I don't care. As long as my family are blessed, I'm healthy, and I get to experience crazy stuff, bro, alhamdulillah, bro. I'm good. Yeah, you know what I mean? So
just you've kind of defined where you're at now. Like, you've come, like, you're the type of person that's got longevity, and now you can make videos with your boys, Philly, Chunks, and it's evident that you can do that now. But there's so much more to come. So where is it that I don't want to ask the corny question, where do you see yourself in 5 years time, but what are the next steps for you? It's
so mad. For a long time when people ask me this question, I say the generic stuff in it. I'm so gassed about the future. Like, I'm buzzing, because my career it's been very crazy, like, because it's just gone, a trajectory just gone to the top, and sometimes you can just find yourself dropping again because you don't have an idea, or you have an imposter syndrome, and the opportunity and the.
Do you get that sometimes?
I had that for the first 3 years of my career. I'm 5 years in, bro. You couldn't tell me when people are like, "Oh, you're made for this." I'll be like, "It's a survivor's guilt, innit?" Because where I'm from, we don't have a lot of people that really make it out to that place of like real success. So for a long time, I felt like, nah, something's gonna happen, and I'm just gonna go back to where I was before. Then you realize that your life's completely changed, and then you have to be at one with that. And I think it took me a long time. I was just rolling with the punches, and then, you know, like, lockdown hits, and it's like, okay, cool. Let's see if I'm able to have a trajectory after that. Then it wouldn't even matter. Right, then you realize, all right, cool, man, it's kind of hair really, innit? But with our job, it's like you have to keep going, and then sometimes you just get lost in just keep going, like you don't even know what you're doing anymore. So right now, you know, I've just started like a football podcast, which is my own, which I'm happy to see it grow from the little views to the mad thing. And that's giving me a lot of joy, you know, already. Channel 4.0. I felt like I'm part of that because I've got a show on there which I really enjoy doing. Amazing. That has now like allowed us to get nominated for Digital Broadcast Awards. Yeah. I'm on the table with like people that are really believing in us as well. So there's just so much. So to answer your question, I just see myself fulfilling my happiness again, but on a bigger scale now. Yeah, like really making a name for myself. Because I was saying to Philly the other day, I was like, when this is all done, like, or when we stop, we're going to be remembered as the guys that started this and has taken it to another level. because now when you see all the other creators that are coming through, the opportunities are bigger because of the doors that we've opened. And I'm not saying that we did it intentionally. Man's just sick at what we do, innit?
But even from my perspective, I hear like Harry Philly Chunks did it first. From our generation, I go like, I went wireless and stuff, but bro, like they look up to you and they're like, yeah, like we want to be the next them.
Yeah, and it's sick because I think I don't give people advice because it's hard to give advice when you don't even know what's happening.
Yeah.
But I always say, because all three of us, you've been on how many hundreds of shoots with us, yeah, we're genuinely like that on and off camera. It's not like a English facade. Wow.
Yeah.
Adiola, if she sees this,
do you know
boy.
when I realized?
Wow. Can we get that out of the edit? Because that was mad. That was mad. Yeah, it's just man being real, innit? Like, so it's just man being real, innit? So that's why I think it's gone to that level, because it's like when you're playing an act, there's only so much you can do with that. But when you're genuinely like how we are, the sky's the limit.
You know when
bro.
I realized I had to start content creating? Is when I saw you on set for Does the Shoe Fit season 3. I looked him up. We know Lish, the editor. I looked at him. I was like, brother, this like it has to be it. Like this is it. I was like, who's Jordan again? Episode.
Yeah. So
I was like,
and even that, there are moments like, again, people will ask me all the time, like,
you just look like you're having so much fun. It's work. Do you know what I mean?
Mental, like, and that could go on for hours, bro. We could do that with 10 to 15 different girls that are coming in to film episodes. We could do that because you don't run out of content when it is about you. Do you know what I mean? So and even that with Chunks and Philly and that stuff happened like so organically, bro. Like you've been there. On God, we've never wrote it down and said this is what we should say or this is what we should move. We just trust each other's greatness, I guess, to be able to deliver time and time again, innit? And I'll never do that show again because it's just like, sometimes when you retire at the top, just leave it there. Just it's done what it needs to do. There's no point trying to revisit it again. Like it's sick, and it's dope.
Well said, man. But even like, let's say the next goal, because as you're getting older, is it like, okay, cool, now I want to focus, let's say on Formula One because you're so interested.
Yeah.
Is that like?
So a lot of the stuff you see me doing now is what I want to do to close out my career, I guess. Yeah. So Formula One is massive. Incredible. I really love that sport. It's high octane. It's like thrill seeking. It's got an element of class to it as well. It's one of those sports that as time goes on, when you watch it. And you're immersed in it, you really realize how sick it is. So that's something I want to do. And luckily for me, I went to the Austrian Grand Prix and Silverstone.
Brad Pitt and Damson Idris in one.
Bro, I saw them walking across and I was like, mad. And obviously I was there the day before on a Saturday on Silverstone. And I saw their garage. Saw Damson there, I saw Brad Pitt, and I was just like, my boy's gone. Like you're in a film not only with Brad Pitt, but Silverstone and F1, and I can only imagine that film's gonna be sick as well. But it's just like those limits, they don't exist if you don't set them for yourselves, bro. Like the Damson, the Daniel, the lot of them, they're all indications that like if you're sick at what you do and you do it right and you do it with your heart, you can do anything, bro. So it's like having those people, myself included, and everyone else that's doing what they're doing, it's hard not to just move. That's why, sorry.
It's common.
Take the
Yeah.
Don't know what I was doing.
Very well said.
Yeah. So that's why I always say we are winning, because we are. When you look around, get your t-shirts now.
Bro, fun fact for you. He shot Boys to Men.
No way.
He was one of the camera guys.
And I didn't say, well, I'll go on to him. You know what it is?
He shot your podcast.
My eyesight that day was horrible. Yeah. My
Man,
guy.
he shot, he filmed it.
Yeah, that's a podcast that I've value very close to me.
It's very good.
And that's why when we don't get the guests that I feel work, I just don't film.
Really?
I'm a quality over quantity type of person. Like I'd rather have 10 episodes of pure greatness than 30 episodes of mediocre stuff just to feel.
Have you done that? Have you like short episodes and thought, no, I'm not bringing
this? No. Every episode that we've done, maybe one I was like, oh, it could have been better, but all 4 that I've put out there, oh my God, where was you, bro? But you know what I mean. Like it's more about like I want those conversations to last the test of time. Yeah. So if you're pissed in 2 years' time, or you need a bit of inspiration, or you're in a situation that reminds you of what we've spoken about, go watch that episode. Because I feel like anybody, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much money you don't have, wherever you are in life, you can get something from that episode. Or those episodes, should I say?
Amazing.
And I love doing it, but again, we've just been busy trying to figure out what we're doing for the time being. Like, We Are Winning is pushing very, very heavy now as well.
Oh yeah, just to add to the career thing about the whole longevity as well, because I know you said that you didn't want to be in Rapman's movie.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was TV show, was it?
No, it was a series.
Yeah.
It's not like I didn't want to be in it. It was, I doubted myself.
What? How comes?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like, when I think about it now, I don't know. I just pussied out, I guess. Yeah, so there's a Supercell, yeah. So we was doing the Netflix stuff, and he was like, I can see you trying to get into acting. Like,
Yeah.
I got a role for you, so I'm gonna get my people to them to send you a script. And I didn't even look at this. I looked at the script. Actually, it was very easy.
Yeah.
I could have done it. I just felt like I wasn't ready for it. I wanted to, perfect my quote unquote acting skills.
How does someone know that they're not ready?
You just feel. I think sometimes you doubt yourself, and that doubt is so powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just don't make the move. I feel we've all been in a situation where you've doubted yourself, and then it's like, oh, I should have done it, whatever. But that was I think for me, and I saw him at the GRM gala, and he was like, "You're not serious, man. I sent you a script." I was like, "Brother, I just didn't feel like I was ready." And then it was the timing that I had to take some time out as well of my schedule to do it. And at the time, it was really busy with stuff, so I was like, "It's not the right time for me."
Do you know what that reminds me of?
What?
When Stormzy said no to Jay-Z.
Yeah, I hear it, but then being the Stormzy in a situation,
Yeah.
I understand, because it's like when it doesn't feel right, just don't do it. And it's not to say anything against the show or anything, because I know it's going to be sick. Rapman's like incredible at what he does, but for me, it just wasn't the right thing. I think now that we're starting our series again of us acting, I've got people like Javan and Purcell that I'm really just trying to learn from before I actually go and take it. Because when you speak about what I want to do in the future, acting is a massive part of that as well, innit?
Huge.
I think I'll kill that. I think if I allow my skill sets to be tested, I'll do a mad thing. So that's another thing I'm really trying to do. And then obviously the presenting side of thing is massive for me, because I think I'm really good at it. Do you know what I mean? I've come up off doing it as well. I have this unique way where I can be serious but also lighthearted as well. So it's a balance of what hasn't been done before on TV and all this stuff. Everyone's very serious, and I just feel like we don't want to watch that.
And you're amazing at improv as well. I've seen it.
Yeah, because it's just I'm tapped, bro. That's what it is, man. Like, I'm just mad tapped. People think it's a talent, bro. It's mental health. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? No, like, bro. You know, like they always say, like the most like talented people have an element of crazy to them, yeah. And I feel like that's true. You have to be a little bit, like the other day I was with Adiola. She was just like, when I was younger, I used to do this. I'm like, oh my god, same. But this is stuff that people would be like, you need to go and see someone for. But it's like, this is it. This is why I feel like I'm unique in this space, and that's why I feel like when I push myself to the limit, the results are going to be crazy. I also feel I'm not even operating at 100% yet. I don't. I feel like I'm operating at about 50. Like
Really?
I feel like the way I see myself, there's.
But it's like one of those things where you do so much you don't even realize what you're doing in it, like or how quickly you're moving. It must be like so overwhelming.
It is. That's why the other day I posted that post about my experiences, because I literally wrote them down in a notepad. Like, I wrote down everything I did, and there's more, But it was just like, okay, cool. Let's just look at this and be like, Alhamdulillah. Like, that's something that you've been able to accomplish. Like, if a brand shouts me and says, I want you to come here and do that, that's because of what you offer. That's because of your following that you've built, organic following. Like, I don't force anyone to follow me or anything. People make the conscious decision to do that. And that's why it's a madness, bro. That's why you see, like, you have to really know who you are, number one, and really accept your blessings, bro. Yeah. Some people don't allow themselves to accept their blessings because they're like, oh, what could happen?
So true.
What could happen? I'm like, bro, I'm here. And I will be damned if I let anything stop me, bro. Like, death is the only thing that can stop me, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how I view things. So, and yeah, that's why the space that I'm in right now is so sick. I feel like I'm floating, blood.
Banging.
Floating.
I'm actually so happy. I'm so gassed for you, bro.
Bro, likewise,
I'm
man.
so happy.
Likewise. We all, like, bro, we're at a space right now when you see someone do something great, not even on some hate stuff, but you might just think, I can do that, but even better. And that's all we need sometimes. That's why I say we are winning. I like the fact that we're able to look at winners and get inspired by that winner. I want to do that in my own field. That's what this shit should be about. It shouldn't be about like, he's got to a level of fame now, he's got money. Well, what do you think's gonna happen when you're good at your job? You're gonna get paid for it. So why do we hate on that? Why can't we just be like inspired by when people are winning? Because that's how your plate gets full. it gets empty by watching everyone else and not looking at it like, okay, cool, well, they did something.
Yeah.
And the blueprint's there for everyone, bro.
Absolutely.
It's there for everyone.
It's all there. Well said, man. Talk to me about, did you go Umrah?
I did, yeah.
Was it with Sheck West?
Sheck West.
What an experience. Like,
Mad
when I saw that
experience.
photo of you with Sheck West,
Yeah, mental.
I was like, huh?
Bro, so Chunks hit me randomly and he was like,
He hit you up?
yeah, he hit me.
Swear.
I think I still got the message here. He was just like, I'm going Umrah for on these dates or whatever. Bro, he messaged me and I know the date, I know the time at 6:40 something PM. I messaged him back at the same time. I was like, I'm there. And the reason why, I was just like, because for me it was more a thing of, I felt lost at the time, like in terms of like spiritually, innit? Like the reason why I'm in this position is because I prayed and I was very devoted to this craft. And then you get lost because you're just doing life, innit?
Yeah.
So that message, I felt like that came from God when he was just like, yo, I'm going here. If you can come wherever. I was like, bro, I'm there. I didn't even check my schedule or nothing. And he was just like, oh, we're going with Mustafa the Poet, Sharky's coming, Omar Sy, all of these people. And I was just like, this will be dope, innit? We get there and it was just everything.
Yeah.
It was just like zen, peace, tranquility, the lot. You know what I mean? There was no like jewelry on show. There was no fast cars. There was no clothes. Everyone's wearing the same thing. Everyone's there for the same thing, which is to get closer to God. And
How long were you there for?
we was there for, I think I would say about a week or just under
How much
a
is the
week.
flight there? How much is the whole thing?
It's expensive, depending on how you
Yeah.
fly, innit? Like if you fly like economy or whatever, it'll be a bit cheaper. But I don't even think it's about the money. The money's the money's not even.
Just go do
Just
it.
go and do it, bro.
Just do
like,
it.
go and understand, and I can't wait to go again. And I know what it's done for me as a person. A lot of people have said, Fiddy says, bro, I can see you changed. It's not there. Like, you don't talk about God. And it's like,
Swear.
yeah, bro, it's because...
I don't know if Philly wants to get closer to God as well.
No, he's a Christian, and he is. He
Yeah.
is like, he speaks a lot about God as well, Philly. Obviously, we want him to be Muslim. Like, inshallah, I want him to be. But as long as he's happy with how he is, and he speaks a lot. His mum's very religious as well, so is his family. So that's why we're close as well. Like, regardless of what religion you are, I feel like if you have a faith and you're very strong about it, I can respect you for that, because it's like you believe that it's not just us that's giving us these blessings. But yeah, best experience of my whole life was to go to Umrah. Nothing better, bro. Yeah, we went during Ramadan. Bro, it's the easiest thing ever, bro. Everybody's fasting. Yeah, everywhere's fasting.
Everyone's going each other's backs.
Yeah, everyone's like,
you got it.
bro, you go to mosques and kids are coming to you and saying, come here and eat, forcing the food to you. Eat the food. Like, you could drop 10 grand on the floor, no one's picking that up. Or if they see it's yours, they're coming to give it to you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's such bro, Islam is such a peaceful, beautiful religion, bro. And I saw it in its entirety being there. Like, Sheck West is one of the most, he's a soldier, bro.
What's he like?
I don't even know the words to say for that guy, bro.
Really?
That's man's brother, bro. Like, we formed.
He's actually one of my favorite artists.
Bro,
as well.
he's so he's same with me, bro. And the maddest thing is, only one day about 20 minutes, we spoke about music. We never spoke about music once. We did once, and it was just literally about like one of my favorite songs that I like from him, innit? Like, that was it. Other than that, it was all about Dean. It was all about experiences. Like, I've never ever opened up like that to people that I've not known longer than 5 days, but we got it. You know what I mean? Barlow, his friend. What a lovely guy as well, bro. Like, soldiers, bro. Soldiers of Allah, bro. That's what it is. And his mentality for such a young guy.
Yeah.
Bro, he's been through it, but he's a stand up guy, bro. He stands on what he says, and Mustafa, lovely guy as well, bro. He's the GOAT, man.
Yeah.
He was just the GOAT of our trip, bro. He was just the GOAT of our trip, bro. What a funny, clean-hearted brother.
Is he continuing music? He hasn't dropped anything.
Yeah, no, he's working on his album right now as well. But you know, Mustafa's like, his music comes from a place of he's from the trenches, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's always been himself, and I think that's why he's got such a great career. And then Omar Sy is just that's big. That's the big bro, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People know him as Lupin, but again, he's just given us so much gems. You know, every time there's always a message in the group about, you know, this and that, and we're always just in communication whenever we can.
When did this happen? This whole you being closer to God and stuff. When did that happen?
Well, I've always been before.
But when were you like, okay, like maybe I should start taking this very seriously?
I think when I had my son,
Yeah.
nah, I wouldn't even say that. I'm lying. I'd say after I had my son, and then when you just feel different. Like I feel like if I don't have God in my life, I don't think I enjoy life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's at that place, isn't it? So that's why I said I felt a bit lost. So I'd say just before Ramadan, that's when I was like, okay, cool. I need to make a conscious decision to try and be as close as I can. Because I feel like once you're happy and every box is ticked, you live a very good life, and life becomes much more easier for you to do. But when you know deep down that there's some issues going on, it might be because, I don't know, you're not in a gym training, or you're not pushing yourself hard at work, or you know, you're not connecting with your family, or wherever it may be. There's a reason why, and you just need to find that reason. And I found mine. Mine was not praying. I wasn't praying enough. I wasn't, you know, living my life according to the way I should. You know, like I don't drink anymore. You know what I mean? And I used to before. I'll never drink again, ever. Like these decisions only can happen when you are in tune with your religion or your faith or whatever it is, innit? So it's hella growth, bro. That's what it is. I'm 32, bro, and I don't look it. Black don't crack unless you smoke crack.
Yeah, bro, you look hella. Do you know? And I forget that as well. I forget that as well sometimes.
Like some people like to me, I'm 24. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Is it because I'm childish, or is it because I look a certain way? And I'm like, they're like, no, you know, mate, you definitely, you know, you're stuttering, and I'm like, bro, just, you know what I mean? So that's what I like about me as well, is that no matter of my age, I get it done. I don't care what people got to say as well. But
people take the piss out of your age, but bro, like
no, but it's
so young.
No,
bro.
But that's the thing. It's banter that we joke
of course,
about.
of course.
That has now become a thing, which I'm happy with, because it's all jokes, isn't it? Like Dark is saying to me, I'm old, I'm a fossil. I laugh at those. What man? I'm laughing at me. No, I'm joking. But like, when he says those things, you know, anyway, it's all humor, it's all jokes. Like that's my actual brother. Yeah. But I don't mind it. Like people be like, "Oh, you're not that old." I'm like, bro, I know. It's like sometimes you guys got to remember whatever we do on camera, it's made for that. Of course, it's tailored for that stuff there. Yeah. Me and Darkest, he never ever says off camera, "You old little bitch" or whatever. Like, you know what I'm trying to say. So it's like, well, actually, sometimes he does, but that's just it, innit? You get me?
Do you know what I think Darkest is still holding so much vim.
He's the greatest.
Got vim inside of it.
No,
he wants to release it.
Like, see, with him, I feel like a way to test if you're really about it is being with Darkest or filming with him and being able to like manage that, because he's so quick with his
rapid. Like, how does he come up with that?
He could be a rapper, bro. It's that real. Like, he's got that unique talent.
Get in the studio. What's happening?
But you know, Darkest, his mind's in a good place, so he won't do that. But regardless, like, he's just so sick at his job, bro. Like, pleasure working with him all the time. Like,
bro, even like Sidemen.
Yeah.
What more can they do?
Bro, but
what more can they do, bro?
That's it, but that's why
the whole scene.
But that's the thing. Like, they've just got that space in this industry that is theirs because of how long they've been doing it for. People look at it like, oh, but bro, look how long they've been doing it for. I was in college when I first started watching KSI's videos to now see where they are right now. Juggernauts of the YouTube scene. You know what I mean? And then you can see, look what Beta Squad are doing now. Man. Beta Squad are creating their own different legacy that now will be like, it'll be like Sidemen's, bro. And it's like, it's a formula. There's a book, I'm giving it promo. Julie Adenuga actually told me to have this book, It's called Still Like an Artist. And what it basically is basically implementing the fact that there's no such thing as originality. There's always someone that has done something and people copy and make it into theirs. First person to make an airplane to the person that's now making them now. It's same formula. It's just different and it's adapted because time has changed. That is the same thing with this industry and this life and anything. Athletes.
What's it called?
Still Like an Artist.
Still
Like an Artist.
Let me write that down.
And yeah, man. So I'm just lucky, man, that I surrounded myself with greats, but also I'm also great as well. That's another part of it as well. I believe it as well. So I don't. That's why I said I don't have imposter syndrome no more. I'm like, yeah, you that guy. I genuinely feel it. So
how did you get over that?
You just stop like allowing yourself or allowing the negative thoughts to win. Yeah. So like my reality would be waking up in the morning and going to do a shoot with a football player or the team that I support or work with a crazy brand or, you know, get paid a certain amount of money and whatever it may be. And then you just like, raw, is this life? And a big part of that comes from I spent most of my life not having these opportunities in comparison to these 5 years. So maybe your mind can just be stuck in that place, and you have to allow yourself. People kind of teach you that lesson, but by the way, by going somewhere and someone who you rate is showing you hella love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if for example, if your idol's Ronaldo, and Ronaldo comes up to you and says, "Oh, I love your stuff, man," that sometimes makes you realize, wow, okay, cool. Ronaldo's a big fan. Not to say he's done that. Bruno Fernandes did though.
Swear.
Yeah. Oh, you want to know the story? Okay, cool.
Here's another story.
Yeah. So I was filming with Marriott Bonvoy for Man United, yeah, and then Bruno's walked in now, and then the United representative has gone. That's Harry Pinero, so you're gonna be working. He goes, I see you on TikTok, and I was like, no way, you watch me on TikTok, crazy. And then ever since then, that's my G. Like I messaged him about games, and before, like he's just a proper legend. But it's like stuff like that makes you realize you're not a little boy in this thing. You are who you say you are in it. So it's just time. Because
sometimes you just press play and upload, and then you just go back to your yard, you just chill, and you don't know who's watching. And I forget that sometimes.
We figured that out when we went to Australia.
Really?
When we went to Australia, we was like, wow.
Oh my days, Australia.
From the airport, we knew. There was people that clocked that we was going to like coming there, and I've never in my life been in an airport and security have said to us, go through the back entrance, go through the VIP bit, because it was getting mad. Bro, every time we would pull up to like where we were staying, there'd be like people waiting there from the morning. Or we go to restaurants and people know that we're in the restaurants. We had to post after. I post like that anyway, but over there we had to. Yeah. Then it got to a stage where obviously Philly did a party for us that sold out in 20 minutes.
Bang.
Then what else happened? Yeah, so we had to do a meet and greet because a lot of the Muslim followers out there, they don't go to parties. So we obviously was like, cool.
That's nice.
But it wasn't just for them. It was for all the other supporters, bro. We was there for 2 hours taking pictures, and I loved every second of it because it was like we're on the other side of the world.
And Australia is nowhere near close to home.
Nowhere near.
No, that's
nowhere
the
near
other side.
The only thing they have is that they're colonized by the British, innit? That's it. Other than that, bro, and that's what made me realize like, wow, it's a madness over there. Even doing Gumball, Slovenia, I'm getting love. Croatia, I'm getting love. Like Montenegro, I'm getting love. Belgium, like mental. So
aside from Fernandez, at what point in your career, from the very beginning, or even going to Australia, even going to all these places, when you were like, yeah, cool, like this is it, and I've made it, and this is like, of course you've got longevity, you've got more things to come, but at what point in your career where you're like, yeah, this has to be it?
It's tough to answer that question because it happens a lot.
Yeah,
like even me, every time I get booked or I do something like kind of good or whatever, I'm like, wow. So I can't remember anymore, and I think that's a good thing because I just feel like I'm so used to it now. But a moment that I think has always stuck out for me was like, when we did the Mobos and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like I think us three together,
powerful,
coming from YouTube to be nominated, or them creating a new nomination for us. That made me realize what we're doing is massive. Yeah. And that category will stay that category because of what we've done. But then, again, it's not something that you do when you're doing it, that's what you think's happening. But it's just that when that opportunity presents itself, you have to sit down and deep it. Yeah. So when they won, I always said when I won, but because they won and they called me out on stage, I felt like I did. Do you know what I mean? And that's where we're at with us. Like, if Chunks wins
big respect to that, by the way.
Yeah, if Chunks wins something, I feel like I've won that too.
Yeah, good.
Vice versa. Like when Chunks or Philly get something, I'm like sick. I feel amazing. I feel like that's mine. Maybe because I feel like I could take it at any time. I'll be like, yo, bro, let me get that watch, or let me get that car, let me borrow that, let me use that award for Insta post. Like that's the relationship that we have.
I've got someone coming over, let me borrow that for a sec.
Literally, like, I'm just, I don't know. Oh, I lost it, bro. It's time, you can get another one. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just lovely. So I think the Mobos was like, we're gone, man. Like we're doing well. You know what I mean?
Bro, I want to ask you, do you remember those games when you tried to like go to like further and further away out of the map, and they wouldn't let you?
Bro, the wall.
And you still tried.
It's just the wall. Like the wall's just. I remember GTA 3, when it stopped being bird's eye view, Yeah. I remember like trying to run somewhere, and it's just bare grass. Like you try to walk into the forest, it's just you just running around in circles, bro. It's an L. Like even them games have a limit. Life is the same, bro. Don't stretch it. Just chill out.
Yeah. Modern Warfare as well. You get out of the map. It's like if you stay there for too long, you're gonna die.
You're just gonna get a range full of bullets, bro. It's long, bro. Learn life, man.
What is the most you've rejected, money wise? You don't need to say the brand, but what's the most?
I don't know. Most I've rejected probably, it was like 60K, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was because the deliverables on what I'd had to do was so much that I was just like, bro, I'm not a robot. Sometimes some things, it's not worth the money.
Yeah.
Like, I think the money, like one thing I've realized is that doing a job and then halfway through that job, you're like, why the hell did I take this money?
Swear.
It's not right for me. Being at home, knowing that I was like, I could have been doing something I don't love for the sake of money it's a beautiful feeling. So I remember I turned that down, and at the time, not saying I needed it, but it would have been a good addition to my to my accounts, but it just wasn't right for me. I just didn't want to do it. And also sometimes you feel like the content will come out so crap because you just don't understand. You don't understand who you're booking. And sometimes when people try and make me do things that are not Harry Pinero, I just won't do it. You know, and people can see with the content, they'll just be like, yeah, I don't want to watch this. Harry got paid for this. We're happy you got paid, but yeah, this ain't the content for us. I love when I'm able to do content that I'm paid well for, but it's executed the right way. Also, alcohol brands, I got offered like a substantial amount of money to do work. And I just turn it down because it's like,
can you say the numbers?
It was like 6 figures to do a campaign.
Swear.
Yeah, with an alcohol brand, and I just turned it down because it just didn't make sense. Like the money won't help me really, no matter how much it is, because I'm influencing people to drink, and that's against my religion. So yeah, I probably would have had so much more money if I took a lot of the things that I've turned down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, more, but that 6 figure might come, so it will circle back anyway.
Bro, life happens like that, bro.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. I've had L's where I thought, oh, I could have done with that, or we just lost this because something happened, and I'm like, don't watch that. It will come back. If you're doing the right things and you're actually the person that you know you are, you're good, man.
Does that happen though? You know, because I'm sure like you've Chunks and Finley have those type of conversations where you're like, I'm sure Finley must have been like, I wish I took that.
You can, but then it's like, all right, for example, we got offered to go to the World Cup, and we got the experience of our lives. We was looked after properly. Not a penny went into my bank account for it. I would rather that
experience
then go and do, for example, I don't know, a sport that I don't really like, cricket, for example. Like, I don't know nothing about cricket, so for me to go and do content about cricket, you will see I don't know what I'm talking about, bro. I don't know the sport. I'm having to fake love for this sport. Yeah, it's paying me well, but it's just not good for me, man. You know what I mean? So there's just certain things that some experiences money can't buy, and then some things just make sense. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it happens to us all the time, but bro, we get blessed with so many great things that I think that's being a bit greedy to be like, oh, I wish I took that. It shouldn't be like that, man. What's meant for you is meant for you, you know?
Bro, what were you like in school?
What do you think I was like, bro?
Bro, I feel like
come on. Look at my career when I first started. I was a mess. This is my only savior. I would have been somewhere doing something wrong if not for this.
But how strict were your parents? Were your parents?
Bro, I'm from Sierra Leone. My parents, I moved like my parents were in jail, in school, and they weren't at home. They were at home.
Swear.
I don't know why. I've always just been one of those kids that like, I love cracking jokes. I love being a bit cheeky. I love being a bit naughty. It was just something that it wasn't with bad intention. It was just, I love doing it. I love making people laugh. And I think that when you're in school, it's the wrong place to do that because it's an education place, isn't it? But really, was it? Because how much did I learn? You know what I mean? But no, I just loved cracking jokes. I was, you know, I did rebel a lot when I was younger as well. But that's just because of like where I was from, innit? I'm raised. A lot of my friends, when I was growing up, they didn't have a mum and dad at home. So I'm looking at my parents sideways like, how come I can't play out late? But that's just because maybe one parent isn't at home, and you know, there's not a lot of strictness in the crib. Whereas with my house, it was. So I would be looking at them mad. It's only when I grew up a bit older, I was like, right, you know what, you lot was actually saving me a bit. But yeah, I was very intelligent in school as well. Like I used
really,
to, yeah, really. What you say really like that for? That was a bit mad. I said, damn. Damn. You get me? Yes, I was. You know, got 3 GCSEs. But yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, I got 2 GCSEs.
I mean, yeah. Catch up, bro.
Be on my level.
Go on my level. We got 3. But yeah, I was one of those kids that like, my teachers always would say, you're around the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
If you had applied yourself, you'd be so on and so forth. And they weren't even lying. Credit to them, they weren't lying. I have certain teachers, I'll never forget, like a teacher called Mr. Hanlon. Very, like, I won't say aggressive, but he wasn't here for jokes. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, like, he said stay after the lesson, and he was just like, look, you hang around with these guys a bit longer, you're going to become like them as well. And, you know, your education's going to suffer. You're a very bright kid. Don't let these influences influence you. And they did. But if I didn't go through what I went through, I wouldn't be here. So I'm not mad at the decisions I made. Yeah. It taught me a lot about myself. But yeah, school, bro. I'm around a lot of people that are just like me, bro. A lot of my friendship circles are funny people. So imagine having all of us in a class, bro. It's only one way it's gonna go. But yeah, I learned a lot as well. So it wasn't like it didn't go. You know, I learned how to read.
Why?
You know, I can read. I can speak, I think. You know.
What was Parents' Evening like for you?
Parents' Evening is maybe the closest thing that I could think to Judgment Day.
So
yeah. Because imagine putting in mad work on the school streets, and then your teacher tells your parents everything, and you're just looking at them like, please, don't give me the Stone Cold Stunner again, please. Don't choke slam me, mum, today. Yeah. But it was just disappointment because it's like, it started off year 7. Oh, he's very, very bright, but you know,
it's always year 7. That's when he started really well.
A little bit of talking here and there, but he's really good. Right, yeah. Year 8. No, he's doing really, really well, but the talking's just a bit too much now, and it's hanging. Year 9. Okay, we got a problem. Look, we need to implement some plans. Year 10. I don't think my parents came to Parents' Evening anymore. It was just a thing of sending a letter to say, yeah, he's. Then year 11 was love and guidance. Just it's been great. We wish you well. Yeah, we wish you well. Well, actually, maybe we don't wish you well, but just get out. Yeah, leave your blazer here as well. You get me? It was one of them ones, but yeah, man, it is what it is, bro. My school was, bro. The minute I left my school, it became an academy. Yeah. So when we left, it became an academy, and then now it's become a better school. But when I was there, it was the trenches, bro. Swear. It was the trenches, bro. Halfway through the lessons, man, just thinking about the youths that's coming outside school, so we got to prepare for that. You know what I mean? My school's in Brixton. I mean, it's in Campbell and like opposite Brixton. I'm from Peckham. Yeah. So you can only imagine at the time it was very heightened. Yeah. You know, our issues with that area, innit? So that was my. Were
you one of those Donnies, yeah, that you're calling sick to school, but then you'll come after school and hang about?
No. I loved school, bro. Yeah. School was a vibe, bro. My school was a vibe, bro. I think my attendance in school was very, very high at all times. I just wasn't attending mentally. That's what it was. Like, physically, I'm there. I'm a zombie. But mentally, I'm still at Saturday we was at Shubs. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm still playing FIFA at home in the morning. Like, that's where I was in school. And I just think maybe when I was growing up, the education system didn't tailor really to kids that maybe had like ADHD or maybe wasn't able to understand certain things. Like, obviously I make jokes about how I grew up, but I also feel like I maybe had dyslexia, or maybe I didn't. I was a more physical learner rather than, you know, someone writing something down for me to read or something. You know what I mean? So the ways I've learned now, I wish I was able to implement, or my teachers were able to implement that. I don't think the teachers are the problem. Maybe it was just the school system or the curriculum. It isn't favored to, you know, and we had a conversation about how, like, you know, kids that was in a bottom set, like, that kind of segregates you from where you're trying to be. There's no indication of what it is. And I remember, like, I was in a bottom set for science, not because I was bad, just because man's so dumb when it comes to science. Yeah, that was me as well. Yeah, you know what I mean? But then I didn't have it. It was like the way I was getting taught there, I felt dumb. I felt very stupid in comparison to like when I was in top set or second set.
They talk to you like so differently, and they teach you so differently.
Hydrogen. H2O. Wow. Like, it's just loud. Like, you get me? So it's like the lesson's all done. Man just learned 5 words. You get me? And then man just in the class like, you know what I'm trying to say, bro? So it's like, bro, them classes, and then when you go to the other classes, everyone's like, oh, science, Bunsen burner. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, it's different. It's like, oh, we just dissected the frog, the intestines. These times, man, just like, hydrogen. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? So it's like, so that's why I think the problem is the sets, bro. Man's got to make it easier for people, bro. Speak, fam. So yeah, that was Tough time, but I
Hey.
love it.
Why didn't our parents ever let us like sleep over at our friend's house? Why? What was going on?
Did you see how I moved? I thought my parents was here. Just reminded me. Bro, I'll never forget, bro. You know what it is? It's like me as a father now,
Yeah.
I can walk into your crib and automatically know your son's 4 and he smokes cigs.
So
I can tell. There's just an aura of like, as parents, you know when this is a home, or if random people just walk in, or like, you know what I'm trying to say, this could be a little bando here, or you know what I'm trying to say, it smells too much potent like weed here, or someone's hands are a bit orange, there's budge here. You know what I'm trying to say? Like there's certain things that parents can see that we as kids can't see. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, why is this house so messy all the time? You know what I'm trying to say? Why is this kid just swore at the mum or swore at the dad, or you know what I mean? There's little things that I'm not saying every house is like that, but you can see that and be like, I don't want my kid here. I remember like I stayed at my friend's house, the one house that I stayed at throughout my whole maybe childhood, We came back from Discovery Planet, which is in Bermondsey, It was like a little toy place, kind of like a Gambardo's, but for people that's a bit older.
Yeah.
So we get there, get back to his house now. All the parents are picking up their kids, or some parents are dropping stuff for them to stay. So I've said to my dad, I'm like, oh dad, can I stay? And the look he gave me was like, he goes, no, we've got somewhere to go tomorrow. And I was like, no, we don't, dad. Like, no, I want to stay. I want to stay. Like, everyone here's staying. And I made it a thing. So he said, yeah, okay, you can, because all the parents were there, innit? I knew that my days was numbered. So I said, let me just celebrate this day. We had a great night. We watched wrestling and all of that stuff. My dad was there at 9 o'clock in the morning to pick me up. I live not too far. I live like a 2-minute walk. That 2-minute walk, the things he was basically telling me, you will never stay in another house again. What did I tell you? Huh? Why are you staying in them? All I could hear was he couldn't even finish his words, innit? Yeah. So only when I got older I understood why. Yeah. But at the time I was like, bro, it's myth. Then my cousin's house, I remember like we was cool with the cousins, so I could go and stay there all the time, but there's certain times I was taking a piss. I've been there 3 Saturdays. And I remember like we used to go to my cousin and be like, listen, ask your mum if I can stay, but you tell your mum. Don't say I asked you. You just tell her. Let him stay. I'll look after him. Don't worry. Yeah. Then I'll just be like, oh, dad, we going, yeah? Okay, cool. Then the mum will come out of nowhere and be like, oh, can he stay? No, don't worry. And I'll look at my dad, and my dad will be like, no, it's not me. Look, it's her. It's not me. Wink. You know what I mean? So it happens, but I don't blame my parents for not making me stay at bare people's houses. Innit?
Yeah.
You can pick up tricks that you don't do at your house. There's little things that, you just want to just prepare your kids for by yourself rather than them learning it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not.
But at what age do you think you're going to be like, okay, I think now, be independent?
I think I'll be a bit
I can't even remember the time when my mum was like, all right, like, it happens so naturally. Like, it just.
I think I'll be calm with my kid. I'll let him go out when he's like 40. You know, when he's 40, he can go out. You know, he's young, still got the world to live. No, I'm joking now. You just see it as time goes on, innit? You look at your kid and be like, he's maturing or she's maturing. And I think it's just about, implementing certain things. Take your kid out with you. Like, speak to your kid a lot. Like, learn who your child is as well. Sometimes we just, as parents, or, our parents anyway, they are very protective because of the way the world is. I think as parents, we have to be even more protective now. So it's not even a mad thing to be protective, but just know that your child needs to learn experiences for themselves. That's why I think, nursery, preschool, school, secondary school, college, allowing them to go on holidays, these little things, they teach your kid things that you can't teach for yourself. There's one thing telling your kid, but there's one thing them learning themselves, innit? So it's scary, but you have to let your kid grow. Otherwise, they'll be a sheltered human being, and then that's not what you want as a parent.
Bro, there was one moment in the first time content you mentioned, and you're like, I find it so. Bro, to this day, even I was on set for that. I couldn't stop laughing. It was when you had to jump the train, and you couldn't afford it, bro. At what point? Like, what happened around that? What happened?
Okay, so I've spoken about this before. Like, I had a gambling addiction when I was working at the time. So I was coming off the gambling addiction, but like I never had money in it, so I wasn't really good at saving money. And getting to Willesden Junction, from Peckham, I had to get to Clapham from Peckham. Far. It was a myth, but I wanted to work somewhere. I needed to work basically, innit? So I would get on the train from Peckham Rye to Wilson Junction, no, to Clapham to Wilson Junction. Now, I never had money in it for the first month. I just took the job. So I was like, blood, this first month, someone's gonna have, TFL's gonna have to pay for this. Yeah, I'm getting this paper. So like, I'd wait, I'll be on the phone, I'd wait for the little barrier, you know, like the one where the it's the disabled one, or for the buggies. Yeah. So I'd wait for someone, but and I'd just blow them. Then the guy, like, he clocked in it, and one day, like, I'm trying to go through the doors and I got stuck, and he was just like, "What? Why are you doing this?" He goes, "Look." He goes, "You're black. The cameras are here. You know how they look at us." Bro, and I was being sincere when I said it to him. I said, brother, like, if I could pay, I would. Yeah. But I'm broke. How about this? I owe my bank money now as well. Now I owe you lot. So it's just, I'm in double debt, innit? Yeah. But I think he looked at me with sincerity, and he was just like, he realised, innit? I said to him, look, after this month, like, I'll have money in it. But I just started this job and then I don't have money. And he was just like, okay, cool. And then, so that happened. Then obviously I stopped because I started having money in it, and my addiction stopped. But the last time I'd got on a train was the last day when I quit my job. And I remember looking at him and I said, brother, you're never going to see me at this train station ever again. And to this day, I've never seen him again. I don't even know what that station looks like. They might have rechanged.
Do you know what it is? It was the honesty. It was the honesty.
Man.
Yeah.
Like, I've come
Some guys would be like, oh, shut up, man.
No, but I've come from like a place where like I didn't have what I have now. Yeah. And I'm not shy to say that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I ain't one of those people that says, oh, I had bare peas when I was young. I didn't, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like I did what I needed to do to have money, and I've enjoyed. I've had the nice things when I was growing up, but to have it is different from spending it. And I think I didn't know how to manage money then. I didn't know how to like make money properly and have money for a long period of time. So that was like the worst period of my time, but it's funny now. It wasn't funny then. It wasn't. Yeah. So like that's why I told that story, because I was just like, but it's true, because in my head, I was just thinking, uncle, I hear what you're trying to say, but let me get through, please. Allow me in it. And I don't think you'll ever see this video or see the video that we're talking about, but he's a legend.
What were you doing for work at that time?
So I was working at this company called Quick Up, which was like kind of like what a Deliveroo is right now. Okay. It was on demand. If, for example, you left your keys at home and you was at work and someone's at home, a courier would come pick it up and drop it to you, whether or not if you're in the area or whatever. And then you could buy stuff from Selfridges online. It was linked, and then you could either sign the drivers and liaise with the companies and whatnot. So that was my role in it. And in that same place is where I started doing my stairs videos, because I was one day I went and got a haircut at work. There was like a little staircase that had like impeccable lighting, bro. Like lighting made me look mixed race. Yeah. It was that good. Not that I don't like looking dark, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you look like a smudge in it, and you know how it goes. You know how it goes, bro. The light is not don't favor us. Obviously you don't, but like you're good. But like for me, bro, sometimes I just gotta get the right lighting so you can really see this melanin in it. So anyway, I put my camera up and I was just like, trim's crazy, man. Don't get me, bro. God is good stuff. His love. I look amazing. All of that stuff. Posted on my Snapchat, and everyone loved it. Like it just became a thing where everyone was like, you know what, this is sick. So I'd do it every day. Then I'm one of those people that like to adapt. So I was like, let me do a mad intro. Yeah. So what I did was I started jumping off staircases, and it was kind of like that was my signature start and end, was me dropping on the floor doing an elbow or something, people's elbow on the rock, like all my things that I loved in life. I just put it into one minute of the video.
Why don't you bring that back?
Again, it's the same thing. Sometimes when things are great, and you've had this moment, but then also it's about what I was talking about at the time. So I would talk a lot about my relationships that I was having, the casual ones, or I'll talk about the wealth that I was amassing. Now I'm at a place where I think you can see that I'm successful. I don't want to rub it in no one's face, because I know that everyone's not in the same place as I am as well.
Well, you've not uploaded one like not too long ago, and it banged.
Yeah, but again, it's like it banged because I wanted to do it. Yeah. I've never forced myself to make a video.
But you know, the content that you made when you first started is so organic, and people always
But it's like this is the issue that sometimes us content creators have, and it's like musicians, bro. 50 Cent's music that he made in the beginning was so organic and authentic. He can't make it because he's not in that place no more. And I think that's what it is. I'm no longer in that place. If I do a stairs video
that's
again,
so sad.
It's bro, and it's because of this industry as well, bro. Like you can't say certain things no more. What I was saying 3-4 years ago, I can't say no more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I get looked at a certain way, And it's like I got a brand and a family to protect as well. So it's like it sucks because I loved doing those videos. I love jumping on the stage and telling people how much I just got two watches, or like just got a new car, or I just did it. I loved it, but it's like sometimes people can look at that in the wrong way, and I don't want problems, bro. I just don't want it. You know, you've had Nella on here before, bro. You see how it is, bro. It sucks the life out of you sometimes, bro. Because it's like, and that's why I say we are winning, because like if I see another person winning, they can have 10, 100 times more than me. If I'm content with the way I'm winning, I look at that as inspiration. And that's what I was doing these videos for. Everything I've done is to inspire, bro. I've never ever done content, or my main ethos is not anything to showcase what I've got. It's to show that this is what I've achieved by doing this and being myself. Do the same. So all my videos were always relatable because it was like that. But then when you start to get bigger and whatever, people are like, he's showing off, he's doing this, and it's like, that's not what I want. However, if I have a massive opportunity that comes my way, or a massive announcement, try now I'm doing a stairs video for it. You know what I mean? That's better than randomly, because then I have these moments where I'm like, oh, I should do a stairs video today. But then I'm like, it's long, man. Like, you know what I mean? But I guess because for me as well, as a when I'm a fan of someone, I wanna see what you was doing before. Like there's bare music I listen to, I'm like, bro, give me that old school this, or give me that. But then you have to realize that person's no longer there anymore, innit? So it's just how it is.
Just go back to the point on 50 Cent. Why can't 50 Cent do that? Why can't Dre make the similar beat? Or I don't know. Like,
I think it's the times.
What is that?
It's the times that we're in. Things change. You know, like 50 Cent making Many Men, which I still have on my playlist now.
Yeah.
That moment was real at the time, so the bars will come in so quickly because that's what he's going through. But then if Dre or 50 are now at whatever age they are now, they can't make another Many Men because it's not the time anymore. And that's why classics are classics, because they stand the test of time. Now, if you go and make something like, for example, if we saw, I don't know, who's an old artist? If you saw
Eminem.
Yeah, Sean Paul, yeah. If you saw Sean Paul at 50 doing Give Me the Light remix, you'd be like, Sean, chill out, bro. You know what I mean? You ain't got plats no more, bro. You can't move as agile as you was before.
Yeah.
Or you saw Lil' Kim, like, making gangster music no more. But you know, you got 3 kids, man. Chill out.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I don't want to be looked at, because that's how I would look at someone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why. But yeah, if you do see another stairs video, try now it's because I wanted to do it, not because I've been forced to.
Hey, going back to that TFL thing, bro, the amount of times I've been on London Overground and the way they hop on the train, you know, the fucking inspectors. Yeah, and you know who's guilty, because everyone starts getting up and start moving to the other carriages, and they start getting off at the next stop.
No, but you know what? I recently went on the tube, actually, yeah.
Swear.
Yeah.
you see, bro, you're too far gone.
The perception.
You see,
the perception's crazy. But I literally was like, this journey is going to take me an hour in the car, but it's going to take me 20 minutes if I so that's where I was going, actually. I was going to Manchester, yeah, and I got on a tube from where I live to Euston, yeah, and it took me about 20-30 minutes. But if I drove or took a cab, it would have taken me an hour and a bit. So I took the tube, and it was like, I posted it on my story, and everyone was like, you little snobby bitch. But I was like, no, it wasn't even that. I wasn't even saying it like that. I'm saying it in a way in which, like, because I haven't done it for so long, this is actually sick. Yeah, I'm deep in, like, raw. I can get to and from quickly.
There are so many haters out there.
In the comments, my story was like, ooh, he's just discovered TFL. Like, I'm like, bro, it's not even that. It's been a long time. The reason why I don't get on the tube a lot is because of my own safety. It's because of my privacy. It's because it's annoying to be on the tube and people are asking for pictures, because it's like, as much as I want to take these pictures with you, bro, I'm listening to Gunna, bro. I'm listening to Fugger. Allow me. Yeah. Like, I'm just in mid-chorus. Oh, can I take a picture? And it's long sometimes. Yeah. So that's why I don't do it as well. But yeah, it was mad sick. Like, I really enjoyed it. And I on my way back as well, I took a tube as well. And if I need to, like, people might see me on a tube. Like, my brethren's like, wear a belly. I was like, nah. Because then I just look like I'm going to stick someone up. Like, glasses with a belly on, that's wild. Listening to music. Yeah, he's a problem. Stay away from him. Like, then I'm gonna have to.
Even
like,
inspectors will be like,
bro,
fuck that,
I've gone to Manchester, yeah, and I'm obviously, you know, like in Euston Station, yeah, there's hella feds in it. Yeah. I'm cutting through, my backpack on, like belly on, glasses. Feds have just started following. Like they're doing a subtle following, like. Yeah, like bro, it's like, that is mad. So it's like, but yeah, at the end of the day, bro, I do like it. But I'm not trying to get too comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just gets long because it's mad hot down there.
How did that feel though? Yeah,
it felt good, no, bro. I went at a time was reasonable. I went at like 12 when everyone's gone to work or the college or school kids have got to school or college in it, and I was just I enjoyed it, bro. It was quick. Got there in 20 minutes, bro. Can't
Is
complain.
that annoying though? Is that annoying that it's not really saying that you can't live life properly anymore, but cool, like the privacy's out of the room, but it's like, does it annoy you? Like I can't go to TFR, I can't use, like when you go to a restaurant with someone, it's like you gotta go through maybe the back entrance or some shit. I like, isn't that?
It's annoying because it's like, you hope that as much as people are fans of your work or supporters of your work, that they can just allow you for this moment and let me just enjoy properly like how anyone would. But then also you got to remember your impact is sometimes bigger, and these people don't think they're going to see you, and when they do see you, they're just in awe or they bug out, and you have to be understanding. But then also they've also got to be understanding. If I say, bro, I'm eating, I don't want to take a picture right now. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And when I do it, I did sometimes feel bad because I'm like, oh, you're going to think I'm a prick. But I don't care anymore because if I'm eating, bro, let me eat. You know what I mean? There's one thing, waiting until I eat and then you can see I'm done and be like, oh, bro, can I get a picture? That's fine. But if I'm eating mid-food or I'm with my family or my friends or I'm with someone and you come and interrupt me, the way I'm going to respond to that is if anyone did that to you. You know what I mean? Imagine you're eating at work or something and then someone comes up to you and says, oh, can I take a picture, please? You're going to be like, bro, wait, I'm eating my food, innit? So that's what's annoying. What's annoying is also like not being able to go to certain places anymore. Like my brethren put up a story 6 years ago, you know, when you do that on Snapchat. And it was at Garage Nation. And on God, only 2 people knew who I was that day because I was just kind of starting. And then my brethren put up the story, goes, you can't do that no more, buddy. And it's true, I can't.
And that must have...
It made me feel a certain way. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, damn, wow. I miss my freedom, so to speak. But then,
Garage Nation.
Like, there's a Migos tune. Forgot the name of it, but the chorus is, "Nigga, I'd rather be rich than famous," and it's true. I'd rather be rich than famous because we all do this for one thing, which is to be successful and have money and be able to enjoy our lives, innit? But it comes at a cost, which I'm not mad at. I don't want to sit here and act like I'm mad that people don't know who I am because they know me for a good thing, which is my work. But it's that's what comes with, you know, you got to move more different. You got to watch who you're around. You got to watch what you say. You can't be at certain places. You can't make mistakes, so to speak. And I think that's the only bad part about it. But everything else is all a blessing at the end of the day, bro.
Tell me one crazy fan experience you've had.
Yeah, I was living in Royal Docks during lockdown, yeah. So I'm sitting on the balcony. Some herbal essences was in the air, not from me. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that's when you was at my bit. Yeah, love. In the balcony now, and I was on the 2nd floor. Yeah. And it was locked down, so obviously there's a park where I lived, so a lot of people would go there to exercise. Remember that time when everyone's exercising? Yeah. I remember. Don't forget when I saw that video of them shooting a music video, and then the feds coming, and everyone's doing star jumps. You get me? So everyone was doing all of that over there, and this guy's on his bike, so he's rode past on his bike, and he's looked up and he's gone, Harry Pinero. He goes, nah, blood. He backed out his phone and goes, hey, man, Harry Pinero. Like, it's crazy. He's mad. Hey, blood. Then he goes, oh, what, do you live here? And it's me, nah, it's my auntie's bit, bro. These times is my full gaff, everything. And I was like, oh, he goes, what can I get a picture? I was like, bro, you already got a video, bro. It's a bit too much. Then he goes, oh, love, man, big fan, bro. Every time I come here, I'm with a shot. Cool. Got into the house, yeah. I went to my email, went to the house and letting agency. I said, I want to hand in my notice now. Right? I was out of there within a month. Then another thing happened, yeah. One of my brethren, yeah, who I do content with, he was like, yeah, bro, one of my young G's lives in your block here. He goes, how he tells girls, how he gets girls, whatever he said. Was I told him that Harry Pinero lives upstairs. That's when I knew, yeah, this is getting mad. So I handed in my notice. But that made me realize, bro, Donnie saw me in my balcony. Instead of to keep it cool, he said, yo! Backed out his phone, was doing all of that. Yeah, like, editing it while he's talking to me. I said, yeah, man. Yes, I'm out. Then another one was in Australia, bro. Literally, these kids were outside in their car from 7 a.m. We left at like 12. They was there from the whole time.
That's wild.
And I was just like, yo.
That's wild.
It's a bit wild. Shout out to them though. Love, keep subscribing.
And the most humblest fan experience, or like the most good, like the
best.
Yeah. What's the best fan experience? I can remind you another bad experience that you've had.
Go on.
There's one story I think you said in the video. I can't remember what it was, but when Man United lost, and the kid came up to you. I think it was in the car park.
Oh no. So Man United lost to Man City.
Yeah.
At Old Trafford.
Yeah.
I get on a train back to London, in Euston. This kid, maybe 15, 16, he's his little brother as well. And he's gone, ha, Man United lost your fucking cunt, ha, Pinero. And I really, like, my hand went like that, and then Avellino, it's not worth it. He said, it's not worth it. Bro, my head's gone. Not only have we been battered, but Pinero, oh, bro, and he had a vintage City shirt that said "brother" on it. Yeah. Oh, bro, I remember him. Gone. But I've had experiences where like I'm at games and stuff, and people are joking around with me when my team's losing. I'm like, bro, don't do that with me. I'm bro, trust me. I take that shit serious. Very serious, bro. It's mad. It's a problem. Yeah, you're laughing a bit too much now, man. But like, that was one of the worst experiences ever.
Brother,
he said, stop. You have a chance right now, brother. And I just said, cool. Got on the train, fuming for 30 minutes. So it happens, bro. You have W's, you have L's, bro. It happens, bro. You know what I mean? But humbling experience.
Yeah, best one.
It's usually when people come up to me and they're like, bro, like, watching your videos. I think the best experience I could ever have was when my dad was there to witness it. I was in Sierra Leone. It was at this beautiful beach called Toke Beach, and there was these Lebanese kids. There's a lot of Lebanese kids in Sierra Leone for business, so their dad's parents' businesses or whatever. Anyway, so I'm having shisha with my pops. My pops doesn't take shisha. I was just having shisha. We had like some cokes and just enjoying the view in it. I went there just to visit him because he lives over here with us. But from time to time, I send him to Sierra Leone so we can finish off our crib that we got over there, innit? So that was the time I went out there. Anyway, sitting down, having shisha. These kids come up to me and they go, Harry Pinero. They goes, whatever you want here is paid for. You're not gonna pay for this shisha. You're not gonna pay for this drink. You're not gonna pay for nothing. Whatever you want, I got you. Yeah. I was like, oh, appreciate you, bro. He goes, bro, watching your videos, it stopped me from committing suicide. Like, I didn't have hope, but watching your videos has saved me. My dad's there witnessing, like, this, and it was very genuine about it. So I took pictures with all their friends and whatever, But he kept saying to my dad, like, your son's special, man. Like, trust me, your son's special. And obviously, I've heard that before, innit? So, not to say I'm used to it, but it still always hits, innit? But my dad's just like, wow. He called my mum. He goes, wow. Really? We have a star, They said he saved the boy's life. And I was just like, well, I didn't save his life. Like, as in, it helped him decision. I didn't save it. I wasn't there to save it. But yeah, and it was just like, that was humbling for my parents to see, like, what the work has done, like, and how far it's traveled and stuff. Like, my mum's a midwife, and I had to tell her to stop. But she obviously she's a midwife, so she delivers babies and whatnot. And I get bare messages, or I'd see people saying, bro, your mum, she's incredible, bro. You got an amazing mum. So it's like, I see what my mum and dad's doing. They see what I'm doing. So it's just, we're very selfless as people, my family. Like, we love to give more than we like to receive. Don't know if it's a good thing, but I get a kick out of helping people.
At what point did you realize, at what point did your parents realize what you were doing was going so far, and made them realize, okay, like, our sons, he's
it's typical, man. You know, African parents are, blood.
Yeah.
Where's that bread? like, where's it at? You know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't blame them because they want the best for their kids. And if everything they've asked me to do in terms of education, I haven't done. I'm just one of those people, when it comes to education, I have to love it. Yeah. I'm one of those people, if you tell me something and I'm interested in it, I'll ace it. Yeah. But if I'm not interested, my soul, my mind can't attach to it. But anyway, I remember I quit my job, This is the job I was telling you about, the tech company I was working at, And I remember my dad was, you just started contributing rent to this house. Now you're just quitting your job. This is your problem. Everything you do, you start, you stop. I'm like, all right, cool. But I really believe in this one, though. I'm like, this is the one. And he goes, look, don't quit. Do part-time. At least you are making... I'm like, all right, cool. I remember I did a job for TikTok and it took me 3 months to get my P's because it come from an agency. Yeah, that was like £1,000. I remember I was like, Dad, look, I just got £1,000 from TikTok, and he was just like, yeah. When's the next one, kind of thing? Because it's like, bro, this okay, cool. I've seen £1,000, whoop-de-doo, innit? Yeah. Then it's like when you start to see me on Sky Sports, or people seeing him saying, I saw your son in the morning on Sky Sports, or like I do a campaign and I'm like, look, Dad, look, I got this, and here's this for you guys, and it's happening more consistent. Then your parents start to understand, okay, cool, my son's blessed. When I moved out of my crib, when I first got like a brand new car, or like you know, these little things that you would rely on your parents for, or I have been relying on my parents for, when I no longer need to do that no more. So those are the moments where I was like, you good? You understand what's happening now? All right, bless. And then now, bro, my dad calls me Big Boss. Yeah. Which is mental. Big Boss, how are you today? Well, you know, the fridge, we need to get a new one. So, you know what I mean? Big Boss. Yeah. When I see Big Boss, I know I just say, how much? Bro, you think I'm joking? Look, Dad, same to you, Big Boss. Look, we need to talk, Big Boss. Good morning, Big Boss. Thank you, Big Boss. I sent you something. That's me saying, look, you abandoned the big bosses last week. The big boss don't get paid till next week. Bro, but I will do anything for them, bro. Yeah. Anything for them. These are the same people that, like, my mum and dad anyway. Like, if I needed anything, they'll look after me, bro. I remember I'd be naughty, feds of coming, like, you get me raided our house, and I'm down. And I'll just leave a note in my front room to my dad and be like, Dad, could you leave me some money, bro? As angry as he would be, he would leave it for me. You know what I'm trying to say? And when your parents are so selfless, even though you're not being the best child to them, yeah, when you get on, the first thing you should do is put them back on, bro, and show your appreciation. You know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, don't let it kill your pockets, but at the same time, just show your appreciation where you can in it. They're not here forever, bro. So when we have this money, bro, give them the experiences that they deserve to have. Absolutely. You know what I mean? If you're someone who's making a lot of money and your parents haven't had the experience, if your dad, for example, my dad has never watched the Arsenal game this season, he definitely will. You know what I mean? Like, these are the things we need to do for our parents, especially the sacrifices that they've gone through. We are lucky as kids because we didn't have to get into this country and fight immigration and work crap jobs in the beginning just to put food on your table. They did that so that we can have this life. Absolutely. So it's when I look at it like that, I don't even care.
And it's so easy to forget that sometimes.
Because you're used to it, bro. You're used to it, bro, man. It's used to. Everyone's used to like having everything, and it's like you don't know how hard it was for our parents, bro. Like I was living with 4 people in one house with 1 bedroom, bro. You know what I mean? Then we had to move to one where my sister got older and I couldn't sleep in the same room as her, so I had to sleep upstairs in the front room. Like that's where it was. Then we got our apartment, which is great, 3 bedrooms, 4 even. Like, so I saw the growth. Yeah. But now living on my own, understanding that it's not easy to do those things and to do it with a family. Think about yourself and then think about people back home and all the other stuff. And you're kind of living off just over minimum wage. Like, come on, man. Like,
what does your sister think about all of this?
Well, my sister now works with me. She's my PA now. Yeah, she works with me now. She's a qualified pharmacist. Oh, so she was the one that everyone was like, look at your sister. She's younger than you. Yeah, look, bro. When I go to my front row, I go to my family's bit, yeah. Bro, there's a massive picture of her with a diploma and that in her hand. Like, and then my pictures are like this. You know what I mean? So it's like, but yeah, all of that. Love. Yeah, my guy. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Oh, that one there that one was cold. But yeah, so she's a pharmacist, and then now she's become a model. Now she got headhunted. She's a model now, and obviously now she works with me as well. So it's like keeping it in the family, innit? My manager's my friend for 15 plus years. Yeah. So we just keep everything in the family. It's only now I've started to like try and build a team outside of just us two, innit?
How did you meet your manager?
Well, obviously we're both from Peckham. Yeah. I went to school with friends that he had grown up with. Right, so when I would link my friends outside of school, he was their friend as well, and then that's how we became friends. And then
I love that journey for both of you, man.
Yeah, man. He's shout out to Colin, man. He's someone that I've trusted my whole life and career with, and he has never, done anything that I feel like is against the bond that we have as brethren. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Harry Pinero, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Me, brother,
I appreciate you for coming on, man.
Thank you.
What a solid episode.
Well done, man. You've taken yourself out your comfort zone, bro, man.
Yeah.
And you're doing great stuff, bro. So I think me and Ella coming onto this show, bro, is just an indication how much we respect you, bro.
I appreciate
you know what I mean?
Man. That means a lot, man. That means so much.
Yeah, you've come up from being a super fan to being the main man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I've watched everyone's got like Philly as well, like for 4 or 5 years ago, like even being behind the camera and watching you guys from becoming someone to nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's sick, man. And you have you have longevity for
actually,
that.
Nothing to something. Yeah.
Yeah, you have longevity because you're just stand up, bro. And I think you know how I am off camera as well.
Yeah.
It's no different.
Amazing, bro. Amazing. Bro, thank you so much for believing in it. I respect you so much. Thank you so much for coming.
Anytime, my guy, man.
Thank you so
I know. My guy.
You've been listening to the Last of the Real podcast. Catch all the episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube.